Hey, Angela Carter here, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Marketing Fix at 6 show. So I had to pre-record today's episode because my Facebook Live app is not working on my iPhone, which is weird because it was working yesterday. So I want to welcome all of you to today's show. I'm actually going to put this also up on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to make sure that you stay tuned in to each episode of the Daily Marketing Fix at 6 show, be sure to join me on my Facebook fan page. So if you are a YouTube subscriber or if you're on my email list and you're not watching this on Facebook, you want to make sure that you get connected with me on Facebook by going to facebook.com/Angela Carter Training. Angela Carter Training, and go ahead and like my fan page. And when you like my fan page, there's going to be a drop down arrow where you'll be able to select that you want to get notified whenever I go live. But I go live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday through Friday. And the whole purpose of the Daily Marketing Fix at 6 show is to help network marketers who are struggling in their businesses, give them some daily marketing tips, daily business building tips, team building tips, and even just personal development tips to help you grow inside of your home-based business. And so if you are new to me, if you have never seen any of my videos or don't know my background, what I do is I'm a Christian home-based business owner, blogger, and online marketing trainer, and I teach and train struggling network marketers how to go from an unfulfilled employed professional to being full-time and going full-time in a business they love and the life of their dreams. And so I've been able to do that in my own life as a former licensed attorney in the state of Texas. I was definitely unhappy, unfulfilled in my profession, and I wanted to build a home-based business from home that would allow me to leverage my passions, my skills, my strengths, and be able to do what I love to do, make great income while I do it, and also be able to live the life of my dreams, to be able to fund mission trips, to be able to support Christian ministries and organizations and fund, ministry-related projects. And so I've been able to do that, and more is coming along the way. But so that's why I do what I do, to help home-based business owners enjoy their business and their life. So all this week on the Daily Marketing Fix at 6 show, I've been talking about the 7 key ingredients to building a home-based business that you love, that you find truly fulfilling, that you're passionate about. So we've been covering the 7 key ingredients. And so today I'm going to cover one of the key ingredients. And the question that I have and I want to ask you is your home-based business draining you or strengthening you? Is your home-based business draining you or strengthening you? The key to enjoying what you do for a living is, and especially in a business, but even just in a career, you want to make sure that you are operating in your strengths. And this is something that we don't hear a lot of conversations about in the home-based business industry. You hear it a little bit in the job world, in the career world, the corporate world. There are trainers there are books and trainings on how to discover your strengths and how to now leverage them and use them in your career. But unfortunately, we don't have these kind of conversations in the home-based business industry. So there's a lot of people who hate their job, and they hate their job because they're not fulfilled, because they don't like what they're doing, but yet they get into a home-based business that they hate. Which I don't understand, I don't get, but that's part of my mission, is to see home-based business owners who actually love what they do, that are fulfilled, and that are operating in their strengths and are able to live a life that they want. So today's key ingredient is strengths, that you must operate in your strengths if you want to have a business that you love and that you find fulfilling. So that's one of the key ingredients to a business that you love. So how do you get clear on what your strengths are? One of the biggest myths about strengths is that your strengths are the things that you are great at. That's not what a strength is. That's a skill, but it's not a strength. And there's a difference between a skill and a strength. How many of you know that there's some things that you can do, that you're good at, that you just don't like doing, that you'd rather somebody else do, or you just don't want to do it, but you just got to do it, or you feel like you have to do it? So just because you're skilled at something, just because you have the ability to do something, doesn't make it a strength. So what is a strength? A strength is something or an activity that strengthens you. It strengthens you. What does that mean? It means that before you get ready to do this activity, you actually look forward to doing it. You're excited about doing it. And then when you are doing the activity, you are fulfilled, you are energized. And then after that activity is done, you feel like a need has been fulfilled. You feel energized afterwards. So that is a strength. A strength is an activity that you do that strengthens you, that excites you before you do it, after you do it, and while you're doing it. So what I want you to do is I want you to get clear on those activities. Why? Because you should have a business that allows for you to do those strengths 80% of the time that you work your business. 80% of the time that you work your business. Are you going to have a business where you're going to love everything, like every minute of every day of every hour that you spend? No. And I can say that as someone who's full time. And I have been able to go full time and not have to go back, right, and get a job. You're going to have some things that you may not like to do in your business, but 80% of the things that you do in your business, it should be in your strengths. It should be the thing that you enjoy doing. If not, right, if you find yourself spending 80% of your time doing things that you hate, that you have to feel like you have to muster up the strength and the courage to do, which I see so many home-based business owners do it. I have been there in that place before. I remember when I first got started in my business, after having some initial success, like 2 people in a month that I brought in, I ended up turning to online marketing to learn how can I get better, how can I improve my skills, because I wanted this to be a full-time career, a profession. And I remember buying these leads and cold calling them and calling these strangers on the phone, right? And getting cursed out sometimes or getting hung up on, or even just having some people who are really nice and like, yeah, I'll take a look at your business, but then never hear from them again. And I realized at that moment, wait a second, I did not, you know, get into this business to do something that I hated. If that was the case, I would just stay in a job. But I wanted to find something that I loved and that I find truly fulfilling. So I knew I had to figure out some kind of way to build this business differently, or to incorporate more of the things that I love to do. So here's my action step and assignment for you, is I want you to keep a journal. For the next week, I want you to have a journal. And whenever you find yourself looking forward to doing a certain activity, enjoying that activity while you're doing it, and then feeling fulfilled after you do it, I want you to write it down under a column that you'll have labeled strengths. So pay attention throughout this week of any activity that you love doing, that you enjoy doing, that you found fulfilling, any activity that you were looking forward to doing, and an activity that after you did it, you found it was satisfying, it was fulfilling. And I want you to write that under your strengths category. And then on the other side of your sheet of paper, I want you to label another column called weaknesses. And what I want you to do for those is pay attention to those activities that you dread, that you're like, I really don't want to do this. Do I have to do this? Write that under the weakness category. Any activities that when you do it, it's just like time is at a standstill. Time is dragging by and you're just waiting for this activity to be over. That's a weakness. That's a weak activity. It weakens you. And then afterwards, pay attention to activities where after you do them, you are like drained and exhausted and feel like all life has been zapped out of you. Write that down under the weakness category. And here's what you're going to do. As we go through the rest of this series here on the Daily Marketing Fix at 6 show on Facebook, I'm going to be showing you how to now take what you've written down in your journal and how to now incorporate and build a home-based business that will allow you to do your strengths 80% of the time in your business. You may not even believe that that's possible, but I'm telling you that's what I've been able to do in my business. That's why I'm excited. That's why I love what I do and why I've been able to succeed. I've been able to hit the top of my company, been able to speak on stage and at 2 of my company events in rooms of over 1,000 people. And I've been asked to, lead company calls and things like that. The reason why is because I'm finally operating in my strengths, because I learned how to market effectively and how to sell effectively. But it was all wrapped in a business that I actually loved and that I found fulfilling. And that's what kept me going and kept me motivated, so I could hit those results. So just to recap again, create your journal. Document your strengths, document your weaknesses, and just start brainstorming. We'll talk a little bit more about this towards the end of the series this week, but start brainstorming, thinking about how can I do more of these strength activities in my home-based business, or what type of business from home can I do that will allow for me to be able to do the things that strengthens me and not weaken me. And do an assessment. Do an assessment of your weaknesses. Are you actually doing some of the things that weaken you in your home-based business? Because they will help you identify, wow, maybe that's why I procrastinate in building my business every single day. Maybe that's why I'm not motivated. Maybe that's why I haven't been able to get the results that I want. It's because you've been operating in your weaknesses instead of your strengths. And when you can find a business that allow for you to do the things that actually strengthen you, that fulfill you, that excite you, I'm telling you, can't nobody pull you away from that business. You don't need anybody to have to motivate you. You're already self-motivated because you finally have a vehicle. You finally have a career, a profession, a business that will allow you to do the things that you love to do. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get my Facebook app working right, so you'll be able to watch this live on Facebook. But be sure to like my fan page. Go to facebook.com/Angela Carter Training, and you'll be able to see my Facebook Lives that I've been doing every day on the Daily Marketing Fix at 6 Show. So be sure to tune in there. And as well, if you haven't connected with me on my website, if you haven't gotten access to the free training that will show you what I did in terms of marketing and sales to be able to recruit up to 5 people a week inside of my business without chasing my family and friends or doing any kind of cold calling. If you haven't grabbed that free training, go to recruitrepsonline.com. That's www.recruitrepsonline.com. I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's Daily Marketing Fix at 6 show. Bye.